Alright, hello everyone, this is Zach, and today I'm going to be showing you the Solidworks tutorial for Rocket League. In Solidworks, we only design 2 parts, 3 if you're doing lander, so that's just going to be your centering rings and your fins, so this should be relatively quickly. Now, your first step, if you don't even have Solidworks, you're going to want to install that. You just go to my.cecs.ucf.edu. Not just my UCF, but with that .cecs. You'll get directly to this page after logging in. You just follow these instructions and then enter this code. SolidWorks can take like 1 to 2 hours to install, so definitely give it time. So you might want to come back here, but once it's done, and you'll have that for the duration of your time here. So once we have SolidWorks installed, we're going to get that opened. Alright, now yours is not going to look like this. It might be in light mode or anything like that, but you should come up to like this screen here. Just click on new part right there. If you've never used SolidWorks before, don't be scared. What we're doing here is really not that difficult whatsoever. But the first thing we're going to do is design your centering rings. So this is relatively simple. It's just so that the laser cutter can read them. Basically, we just have to take note of these 2 items. Outer diameter is 3, inner diameter is 1.21. Thickness we can do, but we don't really need it. So we're just going to go back here to SolidWorks. Down here on this bottom right corner, for our purposes, just make sure you're in inches. IPS, that's what that means. And now that we're here, I'm going to go over to the left here, and you're going to see all these kind of controls and stuff like that. So I'm going to right click the top plane, and I'm going to click this button. It says normal 2, and so that'll like make you dead on, and you can zoom in, zoom out, move around. If you hold down the middle click button, you can kind of rotate around, and it's a little freaky. If you hold down control and middle click, you can move like this. But for now, we don't really need to move around, so we're just going to normal to the top plane. And since we're doing the centering rings, what I did was I just click on this sketch tab at the top left, and you're going to go to this little icon here. Looks like a circle with a point in the middle, because that's what it is. We're going to click on that, and then you're going to click right in the origin, and you're just going to let it drag out and let it draw a circle, and then hit this checkbox. You don't need to worry about making it the exact size, because the next step that we do is we're going to take this smart dimension tool. We click the outer ring of the circle, and now you have this diameter thing. So since we know that value from openrocket, the outer diameter is 3 inches, all I have to do is just type 3 and hit enter, and now I have a 3-inch circle. So now you might be wondering, well, how do I get the inner ring for the motor tube? So all you have to do is go back here, get another circle, click right there in the middle. Again, don't worry about the size. Drag it out, press the check, and then we click that smart dimension button again, come out here, and that inner circle was 1.21, and these should be exactly the same for what you guys have. And technically, from this point, you're actually done. That's your centering ring. Because it's just being read by the laser cutter, it doesn't have to be 3D, so we don't have to do an extrude or anything. So we're just going to click exit sketch here. I'm just going to make sure I'm normal to the top plane, and then we'll click file, save as, and then from your list of files here, you can do DXF or DWG, but it has to be one of these 2. These are the only 2 that a laser cutter can read. So I'm just going to do DXF. We'll call it centering ring. You can save it wherever you want. I'm just saving it in this folder that I have here. This will come up. Views to export. if you normaled to the top plane, you could just click current. Otherwise, you can click on the top if you're not normal to it. But that should all be good. So just click the checkbox there. Then when it exports, you'll see that you actually have the preview right here that the laser cutter will read, and it'll basically just make this outline on the wood, and you'll have exactly that. So the centering ring is really simple. It's literally just that. So yeah, I'm not gonna fully save it, but that's how you do the centering ring. Now we're gonna do the fins. So we just click new here, part again, and I'll go back to openrocket, and I will open the fin design. This one's a little bit more complicated, but just stick with me here and you'll get exactly what we need. I believe there's a fin diagram in one of the PowerPoints that shows exactly what each of these are. But basically, your root chord is this bottom line here. Tip chord is the top one. The height is from these two. And the sweep angle is the angle between this thing here and this sweep back. So it's pretty simple how you do that, but I'll show you exactly how we do that now. So we open that. I'm gonna normal to the top plane again. Alright, so I actually brought them side by side just to make things a little easier for you to see here. You can have it all on one screen, but I have them side by side. Once again, just make sure we're in IPS. So we're on the top plane here. I will click sketch, and literally all I'm gonna do is click on this line here, and the first thing I'm going to do without the fin tabs is I'm going to draw the exact shape of this fin, so this kind of trapezoid shape right here. I'll just start at the origin and go right across. I'll go up like this, across a little bit, and then down, just connect. So now you have this trapezoid shape, and we click OK. So don't worry about any of that. So we click on Smart Dimension, and we click this bottom line. So this is your root chord. So on my openrocket, that is 3 inches. So I'll just type in 3. Tip chord is 1.5. So I'll do that. 1.5. And now the interesting thing is doing the sweep angle. So I'll click on exit the Smart Dimension. I will click on this line. I'll go to the side here, and I click center line. Okay, so this isn't an actual line, it's just like construction line, and I'm going to drag it straight up, so make sure you have that little yellow vertical line that it's showing there. So that's straight up. I'm going to click on dimension again, and I'm going to click that line and this line, and now I'll have the angle between the two. And for my measurement here, that is 20 degrees. I just click 20, and now that is the exact shape of the fin that we want. I do have to do the height, so I will click on these two down from here, and the height is 2.75, and that looks pretty similar. So the next thing I have to do is the fin tabs. So I'm going to get out of dimension, I'm going to click the line here. Again, I'm just going to draw it where I think it should go. Boom, boom, boom. We exit that, and now I'm going to click on Smart Dimension again. The tab height is 0.985, so I just do 0.985. The length is 1.882. And then the tab position is 0.5 from the front. So just make sure you note what this is. So from the front, it's 0.5. So I'm going to click on this dot and this line, and I'm going to make sure these are 0.5 across from each other. So this is the fin, but now what I have to do is I have to click on this button that says Trim Entities, and literally just drag right through here. And boom, there's your fin. So once again, you would click Save As, and we would click, where is it, DXF, and save. and then I'm already normaled, so current view, and bam, there's your fin. Don't worry about that construction line, that won't do anything to the actual measurement itself, but yeah, those are the 2 parts that you have to do in SolidWorks, and that's pretty much it.